if you've watched some of my recent videos, you know that I had a breast cancer scare. Why can't I say the word? A breast cancer scare. And girl, it was a difficult time. And at that time, I was making videos. Literally, they were so negative, okay? I was just like, well, I don't know if my life is over. This is how I feel. This is what I wish I did, and la la la. And literally the things that mattered to me at that time were not things like, you know, what bags do I have? What shoes do I own? None of it mattered. None of it mattered. The main things that mattered to me were experiences and being around people who I know love me, care about me, and I just wanted to enjoy every moment I had, even though it was very difficult. So today I thought I would do a video and really speak to you ladies about the things that I feel are important in life and in relationships as an update, because the last time I kind of did this kind of video it was years ago, and you know, opinions change, perspectives change. So if you're interested, keep on watching, subscribe, thumbs up this video for me ladies. It really helps out my channel. It helps with the algorithm and all that jazz. And okay, I need I need help with that, baby. So help out and thumbs up if you want to, obviously. And let's get into this topic. I remember when all of that was happening with me and I was waiting for my appointment. It's like a follow-up appointment where you have all of your diagnostic tests, and that appointment was coming. I was just getting so nervous. My boyfriend and I were in the kitchen. I was sitting on the counter and he was making us dinner. We had music playing. He was, you know, kind of like singing to me. In that moment, I felt so sad, and I had to go into the bathroom. I didn't say anything. I just went into the bathroom and I was just crying my eyes out. He came to check on me and I said, I just don't want that to stop. I don't want it to end. And, you know, like, it was a very difficult feeling for me. You realize what really matters in life, and it's those precious moments with people who will go above and beyond for you, people who really truly care about you, who want to make your life better, who want to make you better, who want to help you to be happier. And that kind of moment just felt very I don't think I'll ever forget that moment, to be honest. Then we think of like relationships, okay, and what's important, because obviously when I started my channel, I was literally sugaring. All I cared about at that time was dating, you know, having new experiences in life, doing nice fun things, going out to fancy dinners, piling money up in my bank account. And let's be very clear, I still think that all of those things are fun and interesting, and I still think that yes, they should be a part of life. But there are also so many other things that are also very important to me. So for me, the first thing I have to look at when it comes to like a romantic relationship and what I deem to be important is definitely somebody who wants to make your life easier and better. This is the first thing I look for. Like, this is the first thing I'm looking for. Who is really trying to lighten my load? Who is really trying to make me happy? Who is really going above and beyond for me? Who is doing that? That is the first thing I look at. And this can be expressed in so many different ways, and they're all positive when you really think about it. So that is first and foremost the most important thing I look for. Another thing that's very, very important to me is being with someone who I don't think is a weirdo. And it might sound strange to say that, but we really have to think about these things. I have dated so many men who have just been kind of weird. And would I want to get to a point where I was in something serious with someone like that? I would never want to have a family with them. I wouldn't trust certain people to have families with them. I just wouldn't. And it all goes based off of how they are treating you and how they are just generally. So this is a big thing I look at. Granted, I have my own things going on in my mind because of, experiences that I've had in my own life. And this makes a big difference with how I look at men. So finding someone who I would feel comfortable, okay, to, let's say you have a family together and you are out for the afternoon and he's looking after the children. Yeah, that kind of thing. I would need to be with someone who I know is absolutely categorically a normal person. And this is a huge thing I look at. This is from the beginning generally. Like, I need to make sure someone is not a weirdo. Another thing I find very important is, yes, of course, what intentions they have for me. This is something that's super important. I know that when a man is super serious about you, he's telling you like early on how he's feeling about you, what his intentions are, and how like mesmerizing you are, and la. You will feel the truth in what he's saying if he's actually being genuine. Well, this is something I can feel because I can feel certain things. So I know when somebody is giving me the gift of the gab, girl, or when somebody is just trying to waste my time, but they are just not smart enough to do it. So it's good that I have the ability to discern. And this is something that is very important to me, which is looking out for what somebody is telling me and showing me. Another thing that I have just realized is so important when it comes to relationships, and not so much as how I was before in the primitive days of my channel, but how I feel now. Being with somebody who is very proud that you are their woman is very important. And equally is being with someone who you can communicate with effectively. There are so many men who are they're not in their emotions at all, but you need somebody. They don't necessarily have to be emotional. Like, I think as feminine women, like an emotional man is just the biggest ick around the world, but it's a man who knows how to express his emotions, basically. A man being able to communicate with a woman is the difference between him being unhappy with things and just stepping out on your relationship and telling you lies and doing X, Y, and Z. It's the difference between that and the opposite. So having someone who knows how to communicate is super important to me. And if a man is not emotionally intelligent, then he's just done to me all round, and I'm not interested. Another thing that's super important is being able to laugh with someone. I have been in the most boring situations that you could ever imagine before, where like it's literally mind-numbing how boring the conversation is. The fact that you guys have absolutely diddly squat to talk about. You go out, you do things, and you still have absolutely nothing to speak about. There's just absolutely no connection there whatsoever. Even at the beginning of the year, I was still dating that way, where I wouldn't mind, as long as I was kind of benefiting from a situation, I wouldn't mind, dealing with someone like that, but things really do change, and I don't have the patience, I don't have the energy, I don't have the wherewithal, baby, and I don't want to waste my time with anyone who I just don't want to waste my time with, basically. So this is something that I will not deal with. Of course, it's an essential for me to be with somebody who wants to look after me financially. This is just, I can't deal with anything else. I really can't, because when I have a family, I'm raising that pygmy myself, okay? All of those babies, I'm raising them myself. If somebody thinks I'm going to be 8 months pregnant and waddling to work, I don't want to have anything to do with them. So again, looking after me is what when I say waddling, I mean like, because you know. Another thing that it's not a deal breaker to me, and it's not something that I do intentionally, but I am the kind of woman who pulls away a lot from romantic connections. So I can meet someone, I can have a great connection with them or not, like whoever it is, and at some point I'm going to pull away and not be as interested, or it's my natural inclination to just kind of distance myself. So this is something that I definitely do, not intentionally, okay? But what I do notice when I do that is that it makes lots of men more interested in me, and the more I pull away, the ones who really want to stick around and who think that you are very special and worth the time always keep going harder than anybody else to keep me around and to stop me from pulling away. So this is something also that I see, and it just shows that they're working even harder to kind of keep me around and blah blah blah. So this is something that I also look at, even though I'm not doing it intentionally at all. Things change in life, perspectives change. It's not for me all about bags, going out in Mayfair. Okay, like I've done all of those things now. Like I've literally done it. I've done it. Like I feel like I've been there, I've done it. Those things are still lovely, don't get me wrong. Yes, okay, absolutely, I love those things. But it's not the first thing on my list anymore, okay? Even though I want to be taken care of, a man having a great work ethic and, really bringing in money to kind of support things is very important to me. But spending it on nonsense, just right now I'm just in a different place, and I would rather spend money on like experiences and have fun and do those things. That scare that I had, that health scare, scared the F out of me basically, and I just really have started to put value on the things that matter to me the most. The point is that for me, I have deeper purposes for my life now, okay? It's not just about shopping, getting, my rent paid. These things are still important, but I want more in there as well. Things that are deeper, things that if I'm on my deathbed tomorrow, I will feel full up, instead of feeling this full and like my life was just, it had no meaning, right? So it's about finding that balance for yourself. We're all going to be different, we're all going to value different things and at different stages in our lives. So don't take what I'm saying and feel like it needs to be how you feel as well. But equally, we don't know how long we have on this earth, and it's nice to not waste it just on things that don't really matter in the long run, right? So I think it's about having that balance and enjoying nice things, but also having more substance in your relationships, in your dating experiences as well, if you can. So that's what I think, but we're all on different stages as well. So don't compare yourself to me, baby. You just do what you need to do. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you in my next video.